Hey guys, your friendly neighborhood natty here. My name is Matthew. In today's video is the update on the 10,000 dry fires and range report on the CZ P-07. So last Saturday, what is that, 26th, 27th, I actually reached 10,000 dry fires on this gun with a snap cap. If you remember from the 44,000 dry fire update, that snap cap really wasn't doing much of anything in regards to protecting the firing pin. So I took a picture and a video, you can see it here, of the snap cap. I mean, that really looks like it's not doing much of anything that it was intended to do. Much worse damage than it was condition-wise back at the 4,000 dry fire update. So the snap cap has worsened clearly, but then also I took out the firing pin, retaining pin, and then the firing pin itself on the CZ P-07, and you can see that here. And honestly, they both look to me like they have not gone through any change. If anything, maybe just a little bit more blemish aesthetic damage, nothing in regards to critical failure of the firearm. And so with that, now going to the range, we've had about 185 rounds through the gun. When I first got the gun, I put 100 rounds through it, and then when the AP5M failed, I put 85 more rounds through it, and then this time this would be another 100 rounds. The ammunition is similar except for the blazer. So back in the 4,000 dry fire update, I believe I had a blazer aluminum case through this gun, but I couldn't find that. I did find a blazer brass case, which I would assume is better quality, so that's the only difference. Otherwise, the other 50 rounds would be 9mm 115 American Eagle Federal, and so that was pretty much kept the same. And I went to the range. So they didn't have my favorite target, but they did have this one here. I kind of like this one, but you kind of got different numbers here. 6 different targets, and that's what I wanted, because we have 2 different kinds of ammunition. We've got the blazer brass, and then we have the American Eagle. And so what I was thinking was, okay, so with 50 rounds, we'll do 20 shots. Single action only, we'll do 15 shots, double action only, and then 15 more shots. That's DA to SA, double action to single action. So Paul Harrell's talked about that training drill. And so going from left to right, it would be the blazer ammunition, and then the American Eagle, blazer, American Eagle, and then blazer, American Eagle at the bottom. So looking through the targets themselves, so number two is going to be SAO in blazer brass, and that looks to be pretty, I'd say leaning a little left. The left low is kind of where that is, and that's fine. Number 4, this one is going to be the American Eagle. That's also single action only, and that looks very good. Pretty much on target, but that is SAO, so you know, anybody can do that. Number 6 is going to be double action only, and that is in blazer brass, and that looks better actually. That looks pretty good. I mean, I'm assuming some of those shots are coming from number 2, but still, I think that's a pretty good group, especially for double action. Next we have number 1. This would have been double action only in the Federal American Eagle ammunition, and again, it's looking. I mean, it's not on, it's a little low, but again, for double action only at 7 yards, 21 feet, I find that pretty acceptable. Next is number 3. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of the shots are like way low, that's why they're not on the paper. But this would have been DA to SA, so double action shot to single action shot. Number 3 is, of course, the blazer brass ammunition. So I think it's a little bit low, we just can't see all the shots there. And then the last is number 5, and that would have been, again, a double action to single action shots, and that is American Eagle Federal 115 grain. So those are the results of the range. It was pretty good. It was a good time. The trigger has definitely smoothed out a lot more, you know, compared to the new inbox when I did the unboxing and the range after that. Those triggers, both SA and DA, were pretty rough. And then at the 4000 dry fire update, it was better. It was better, and I could see that it was getting better. And this one, 10,000 dry fires, the SAO is pretty good. The DAO is better, but I will say that there's kind of like a point in the travel to where it's not smooth. So if I go through the whole pull, right? So everything is good, but then there's kind of like a middle ground where you kind of like, whoop, and it kind of throws me off a little bit, and I definitely noticed it in live fire. But it's still good. It's still good. It's better, you know, back than the 4000 dry fire update, and much better than new in box. So I have no complaints there. I do tend to do this thing where, you know, after the shot, I'll kind of have to readjust this hand. And I noticed that. I honestly, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why that is. Again, I'm a steel revolver kind of a shooter, so maybe it's just a new thing to me. Maybe I should change the back straps. But, you know, for now, I think that this gun to me is kind of done. I'm not really gonna want to dry fire this or shoot this anymore. I do appreciate the 10,000 dry fires making my fingers hella strong. You know, I've been doing, still doing my martial arts, and I got to the point where I can do 2-finger push-ups, you know, on just these two. And then just out of a whim, little brother Natty's like, hey, can you do a one-armed finger push-up on your fingers? And I was like, I don't know, let's try it. And I tried it and I could do it. And I was like, well, okay, I guess I could do it. So since we're not dry firing this anymore, I kind of have to get a new gun to kind of, just to test out, make sure, you know, smooth out the guns, and then also get the bonus of like physical, you know, power and strength as well. And so for now, I'm thinking I'm going to switch to the Henry Big Boy revolver, because I find that double action to be atrocious. It's very bad. So I'm kind of leaning towards, okay, well, I can make the trigger better and I can get stronger at the same time. So that's pretty good. But I was also thinking of getting another CZ, particularly the 75B Omega. That gun looks hella cool. And then also the P-01 Omega, I believe, is the other one I was looking at. So I might get those two guns just to kind of test again another, you know, the stories about the CZ not having a good firing pin, or it can't handle dry fire. I'll be fair and give them a whole new snap cap, because why would I use the same one? That's mean. But, you know, just because that's the story that's always associated with CZ is that it's not good, you know, then I kind of want to test it with the CZ instead of the big boy. Now, what does it mean that, you know, with this test? Does it mean that CZ has fixed their problems? It means whatever you want it to mean. This is only one example, you know. It's very possible that my gun was made on a Wednesday. You know, when people come to work on a Wednesday, they're ready to go, you know, compared to like a Monday or a Friday, you know, they just want to get out of there. So it could just be that. I don't doubt people saying that, you know, doing what I did would destroy the firing pin. It could. I'm sure it's true. It's just, you know, quality control, even in consistent quality control, you never know. You know, you just never know. Sometimes you'll get something that is less than expected. Sometimes you get something that's more than expected, if you consider this more than expected. But I mean, I didn't really, I didn't expect anything. I just kind of was like, you know what? I don't think anyone's done this, so I'm going to do it. And that's the result. So you can make the conclusions whatever you want. I don't intend to lean you one way or the other. Real quick before I forget, I also took pictures and video of the firing pin, retaining pin, and firing pin again after this range shoot. So with the first one you saw, that was 10,000 dry fires before 100 rounds. So these pictures and video is going to be 10,000 dry fires and 100 shots after. So those are what these pictures represent. And again, I would say no change or little to no change. Again, maybe just blemishes and aesthetic damage, but nothing that I would consider impending critical failure. All right, that's all I have for you guys in regards to the CZ P-07. This was the conclusion of a 10,000 dry fire update on the gun. Again, draw your own conclusions. I don't care which way you lean, one or the other. Just decide for yourself. I will continue with the Henry Big Boy revolver just to increase my hand strength, but somewhere down the line I probably will get those 2 CZs just to test that again. You know, I want to see, you know, is another CZ going to give us the same result, or maybe it will break sooner. You never know. It's just free data, free information for you guys. I really don't I have nothing better to do. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Other than that, you guys have a great day. Goodbye now.
You learned martial arts! Martial arts, go!